Coming up on UT 10 News, a look at the debate over red light cameras.
We'll also see how one sorority is helping change the lives of others.
Plus, Samantha Johnson was at Savage Arena as the men's basketball team played their home opener. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Wheatley.
And I'm Kaylee Loofborough. The Ohio State Legislature passed a law in 2015 to reduce government funding to cities that use traffic cameras to give tickets to drivers.
Despite backlash from citizens, Toledo is still fighting to keep the cameras in place. UT 10's Rachel Schneider has the story.
If Toledo drivers run a red light or drive over the speed limit instead of being pulled over, they may have been caught on camera and fined a ticket in the mail weeks later. Many argue, does this practice make roads safer, or is it just a money grab?
These are about safety. This is not about revenue, as some people have suggested. They are a deterrent. People, know I can't do 75 miles an hour on the Anthony Wayne Trail.
The Ohio Supreme Court's decision to reduce funding to cities using the cameras is being challenged by the city of Toledo in the Lucas County Common Pleas Court. The cameras on their own are projected to raise $1.8 million by the end of the year, but many citizens still have arguments against the practice.
Say somebody was driving my car and I get this ticket and I wasn't even doing anything, how I can see how that would be unconstitutional.
The mayor's office says the city will continue to enforce the use of traffic cameras, so if you're driving by the university, be sure to watch your speed. I'm Rachel Schneider, UT 10 News.
An Oregon, Ohio man's story of seeking the best care for his ailing father is gaining international attention. In 2016, Ruben Gonzalez became caregiver to his father, Jose, who has Alzheimer's. But because of Jose's expired visa, they were denied access to his Social Security fund until he got a green card. With financial hardships, a progressing disease, and the immigration process, Gonzalez says the adjustment has not been easy.
You better step up, and when you step up, you got a whole new world coming to you, and that's exactly what it was.
After 2 years, Jose Gonzalez was approved for permanent residency. He received his green card last Tuesday and will begin receiving benefits. Donors from as far away as Sweden, the Philippines, and Ireland have reached out to help. A program funded by UT Pediatrics Department, Reach Out and Read Northwest Ohio, has helped children improve literacy for 20 years. Its objective is to make reading fun while children develop language skills. In honor of its 20th anniversary, the program is hosting a children's book drive until the end of this month with the goal of collecting 20,000 books.
Kids gain better language skills and have better expressive and receptive language skills, so by the time they get to school, they're ready to learn.
Legender says almost 1,700 books have already been collected. For more information or to donate, visit ut10news.com.
UT medical students work to make hospital stays for children a little less anxious. Last week, the Patient Advocacy Assistance Program hosted a stuffed animal drive at the University of Toledo's Medical Center. The program allows medical students the opportunity to act as a bridge between doctors and patients. UT medical student Shaunik Roy says a stuffed animal can go a long way towards reducing a child's anxiety when going through a difficult experience.
Giving these bears to these kids really makes a difference in how they perceive everything that's happening around them and makes them feel just a little bit more comforted.
The Patients Advocacy program collected more than 300 animals for the kids. A young woman is about to embark on her dream to travel down under thanks to a UT sorority.
Brooke Robbins, a recent Sylvania Northview High School graduate, was granted her wish thanks in part to Chi Omega. UT 10's Marla Gotti has her story.
In May of last year, Robbins and her family discovered she had a rare form of Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Both diseases affect a group of white blood cells known as lymphocytes, which are essential to the body's immune system.
It was like a whole nother level of pain and fear and fright, when it's your child.
UT's Chi Omega surpassed its goal of raising $8,000 for their philanthropy Make-A-Wish. This allowed them to grant Robinson's wish to visit Australia.
I've always wanted to go there, even since I was a little kid. I really take a really big fascination in the Great Barrier Reef.
Robbins, who is currently in remission, and her family visited campus to celebrate with the sorority last Thursday. This is the first wish that Chi Omega has granted since 2014. Robbins is leaving for Australia early next month. Although undecided, when she returns, she plans to explore her options to further her education. I'm Marla Gotti, UT 10 News.
The Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard past members were all honored this past Sunday for Veterans Day. But on Thursday morning, UT Student Veteran Association held its annual flag retirement ceremony. Military salutes and a moment of silence were given for those who are fighting, have fought, or have lost their lives in the service. After torn flag pieces of red, white, and blue were retired by setting them aflame.
Over the course of the year, people need a place to give their flags to once they're becoming torn and tattered across the community. So they look to us to properly retire them.
According to Harold, over 150 flags were retired.
As the nation this past weekend commemorated the 100th anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I, UT hosted a remembrance of the war to end all wars on Friday. The Memories of World War I Symposium featured artifacts and speakers in Carlson Library. The lectures included topics such as the war's impact on higher education and gender studies.
There's no living memory of World War I. So we're grappling with the images that have come down to us for generations about World War I.
The artifacts exhibit will remain on display in Carlson Library until December 14th.
Some students may be unaware of the new Starbucks on campus located on the second floor of Carlson Library. The grand opening was 2 weeks ago, and student manager Michaela Liff says students are loving the convenience. Liff also says campus opened another Starbucks to offer longer hours, a more accessible location for students, and to reduce wait time.
They're already here studying. If they need an extra pick-me-up for caffeine, or if you're falling asleep, or just need some sugar or something to eat, it's all right here, especially because we're open later.
It is currently not open on Saturdays, but is open until 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday and Sunday.
I'm Samantha Johnson, and this is your UT 10 Sports Report. Both men's and women's basketball teams open up their regular seasons on Saturday. But first, the volleyball team battled Buffalo in a 5-set thriller at Savage Arena on Saturday. Toledo honored its 5 seniors as they played their last match of the season. Buffalo jumped out to an early lead in the first set, scoring 7 of the first 8 points of the match. The Bulls would go on to win the first set, 25-23. To the second, Toledo's Carly Townsend set up this kill to give the Rockets the momentum late in the set. The teams would go into the third set tied at 1. After taking a 3-1 lead, the Rockets allowed the Bulls to go on a 7-point run. This deficit would prove to be too much as the Bulls take the third set. To the fourth, Toledo dominated the hardwood, scoring 8 straight points, including this kill by Chloe Klutzspies. In the final set, Zoe Burnbridge got the team going with the tip over the net. But in the end, Buffalo would prove to be too strong as they win 3-2.
I think we've been a work in progress all season long, and to see us compete at a high level today and really respond to a first set and a third set loss like that and come out and push it to 5 was special.
The Rockets finished their season with a 9-18 record, 10th in the conference. The men's basketball team tipped off the regular season following the volleyball game at Savage Arena. Before the game, Nate Navigato and Luke Kanapke were presented awards for their performances last season. And Navigato picked up where he left off in that campaign as he drains a 3 to get the Rockets on the board. Toledo dominated the floor, shooting 52% from the field. Check this out. Jalen Sanford lobs the ball up to Willie Jackson for an easy dunk, putting the Rockets up by 28 points. The second half was more of the same. Sanford electrified the crowd with this dunk, improving the Rockets' lead. The Midnight Blue and Gold found success often as they collected 48 points off the bench. Wilberforce tried to stay in the game late, but was unsuccessful. Rockets win 99-58.
Games like this are hard. You know, it's hard for our guys to maintain discipline. It's hard for our guys to maintain just maturity sometimes. And I thought tonight we maintained both of them, you know.
You can catch the Rockets back in action as they take on Wright State tomorrow on the road. That's it for sports. Back to you, Alexis and Kaylee.
That's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT 10's reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday at noon on our YouTube channel. For Kaylee Loofborough, Samantha Johnson, and all of our crew, I'm Alexis Wheatley. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.